Let me get this straight. You blew up a building.
2 CIs and the CEO of 22andU.
2 competing federal agencies with the same mission.
I don't understand why those Fed a-holes are so darn mean.
To protect the public from the scourge of dangerous misinformation.
You know those bum idiots. This is all them. We had a solid case.
The word entrapment, not even in their vocabulary.
The explosives we provided were fake.
Sworn to a duty to always tell the truth.
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
We're all being transferred.
To where?
The only place currently with openings. Alaska.
Good morning.
Welcome to the office, huh?
And we got the retro feel. You know, the funny about federal buildings, they're all different, but they're still somehow all the same.
Oh, good morning, Agent Walker. At the coffee station. We actually drew straws before he got here, and I won, so we get to work together.
Let's get started. Let's see if we can't stir something up.
Let's give it a minute. I like to warm up the truth muscles a little coffee beforehand.
Well, what do you want to do first?
What do we have for a surveillance van?
Oh, wow. I got a Ford Explorer. We don't have a surveillance van.
Do you put many cases here?
Cases?
Yeah, cases. We're the tip of the spear when it comes to protecting American democracy.
You really believe this? You really believe that people posting crap online is going to cause our country to crumble?
I think the work that we do is important.
We don't have a surveillance van.
Me and some people got one. We've never needed one.
We need a surveillance van. We need a big case or a CI who can lead us to a big case.
What do you need the van for?
Surveillance.
CIs, or confidential informants, are the lifeblood of any good law enforcement agency. Public posts on social media are one of the best ways to find CIs. Agents would never use coercion or take things out of context to try and persuade someone to become a confidential informant.
New Taylor Swift single is absolute fire. I'm just seeing a lot of incendiary and violent language here.
Agents always need to be on their toes and ready to make snap decisions.
Is there anything I can do for you guys? Actually, David, there is something you can do for us.
Chicky nuggies.
Chicken nuggies.
What?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. McDonald's cheeseburger.
Burger King.
Burger King cheeseburger.
Flame broiled.
And chicken nuggets.
Oh, baby, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be your fever pilot. Said, honey, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be.
Awesome, right?
Is this a loner?
This thing's totally legit.
What is this? It's got windows!
Well, all right. What is up? Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Michael, how are you?
I am mediocre.
Yeah, just mediocre.
Yeah, that's about as accurate as I want to get with that.
Oh, I gotcha.
Adjectives.
Yeah. No, I hear you. When I went to get food earlier, the lady at the restaurant, I'm like, how are you doing? She's like, it's been better. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess multiple people are having mediocre days.
Yeah, we could look to the news for good, but I don't think it's there.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's start out with okay.
Start out with good.
Yes. All right. Let me see here. Okay, so we'll start out with this. This is kind of funny. You remember the Maury Povich show, correct?
I do. Was that the You're Not the Father?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Maury made an appearance on X where this person named Bonnie Blue, who recently broke a record by sleeping with more than 1,000 men in under 24 hours.
Because you would if you had the chance, wouldn't you?
that's exactly the kind of record that you should be breaking. I'm sure more than a record got broken, but anyway, Maury.
Yeah,
Maury decided to pop in and say, "I'm sitting this one out."
So he wasn't one of the 1,057 men?
He wasn't one of the 1,057 men. He's not going to have a show with the 1,057 men.
Well, that's a lot of microphones.
I mean, that would be, you'd have to rent out a whole bigger space than the normal Maury Povich studio, which I don't even think, there is a Maury Povich studio anymore. But I thought that was kind of funny. I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah, probably a good call.
Mm-hmm. And then...
Now, I'm assuming this was probably done on camera.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
Now, who's the high quality individual that wants to view this footage?
Yeah, exactly. So here's the really crazy thing. There's multiple layers to this story that I've seen covered. That's not the only thing that was covered. Oh, no, never mind. But that was bad. So she filmed it herself, right? She had a camera crew to film it and was going to put it onto her OnlyFans because that's what you do when you let 1,057 people.
When you don't have like a professional production team.
So the goal for her was to monetize this on her OnlyFans page. Well, OnlyFans said, no, you can't put that on your OnlyFans page. So
despite everything else we have on our OnlyFans platform.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that got shut down. And then I think I'd heard something, a blip on the radio or on the show something I was listening to that said she was actually pregnant when she did this stunt. Like she's 5 months pregnant and this thing happened like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. So why would you do that? I mean,
well, I'm going out on a limb here and guessing this probably wasn't a planned pregnancy.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I can't, say this woman practices moderation, a safe, reasonable number of partners.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. So
best of luck to you, lady.
Exactly.
Best of luck.
So, and then on the another thing of why would you even do this is we have this little.
Oh, that's just bored rednecks.
Look at that. That's not even in the States though, dude. This is overseas. This is in like Sweden or somewhere.
Swedish rednecks?
Yeah, I'm guessing. I guess that Sweden has rednecks. Hence the flying lawnmower. Flying old rusted out lawnmower too. I mean,
these are just people that belt saber drag races and chicken scratch bingo is just too boring for.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, check that out. That he is strapped to that thing too. Look at that. He's strapped to that thing with with just like regular straps. Got a helmet on. At least he's got a helmet on, but is he wearing like bib overalls?
Is he himself strapped to the chute, or is the machine strapped to the chute? And he better hope he hangs on to the machine.
No, you see this. You can see the strap
machine to the machine.
Right.
I don't see any straps going to him.
Yeah. So his legs are strapped to the machine. Like it's going across his legs. Yeah. You probably can't see it because of the. Wish I could blow it up.
Yeah,
more.
And then you better hope you come in for a soft landing.
Yeah, so he's
a compressor
actually.
spine.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you get
hard landing. Yeah, you're gonna be 4 inches shorter.
I think he's wearing a parachute too. On it, look at him.
Yeah,
look at that. See that?
Yeah.
do that on his back. So he's got a secondary parachute there. He's not just relying on this
the
thing.
outright death wish we thought it was. Yeah,
it's pretty close.
Now, imagine poor townsfolk underneath that catches a falling tractor on your head.
You're just sitting there in your house having your afternoon tea,
and a riding lawnmower just comes flying through your living room.
Yeah, just lands in your living room through your roof. What?
Like you do on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a longer video of this. I gotta see if flying lawn mower.
And here we are critiquing this when we're known for launching cars off cliffs on 4th of July.
Yeah, exactly. Nope. Okay, so that's not it.
But that can be done safely.
Yeah. Riding lawn mower. What is that thing? What's that?
That looks like a paraglider.
Called? Thank you. Paraglider. No set. Okay, we got a minute video here. Okay, here we go. And of course, there's music, so we can't play it. All right. But this looks like a longer video. Yeah. I'll go ahead and give it a... Oh, I got to log in. Never mind. Wait, what? Oh, it started over. Dang it. Oops.
Now, you think this was a...
Oh, that's it? That's all we get? Oh, come on.
Unless you log into old TikTok.
No, that's it. The video's playing. It's just that's when they cut it off, I guess. Why wouldn't you show the whole thing?
Well, he goes out of camera range after a minute, you know.
I guess.
Yeah, it'd be neat if we saw videos of the landing, but yeah. But then again, I can imagine it's kind of like why the Iditarod starts so exciting and the Iditarod finish is pretty boring.
Sur la moquette à
right.
Lors des moteurs ont été vérifiés avec une commission de sécurité. Voilà.
I'm curious if these guys like train for this, or do they go airborne first time day of the event?
Right.
Like, you think this will work?
This is a different angle here.
L'avantage c'est que les souches peuvent être tondues.
Yeah, it's a short runway to get lift over the lifted the chute. But he does right there.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That's even, dude, this angle shows it's even sketchier than you thought it was from the other angle.
Yeah.
I mean, that was sketch.
But that chute blossomed right away.
Oh yeah, no, it did. It got air. I mean, they're up high enough for it to get air, but.
And luckily it's a chute he could direct.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's going out of. Oh Lord. That's insane.
That's still trouble brewing, no matter what.
It is. It just seems like that's not going to end well. It's just so many things that can go wrong. Oh man.
Over a populated area too. That just. I mean, on the surface, I'm not against it.
Oh, exactly.
But over a populated area, man, that'd give me pause.
So my friend Frank actually teaches this. He used to. They moved down to Arizona, but my friend Frank used to have a school up here that taught paragliding and then actual engine gliding or whatever. And so,
yeah.
But then he got into horseback archery on horseback. He's run the Iditarod. He's from Germany originally. He's run the Iditarod. He's taught mushing. He's taught His wife was a
Horseback
good friend.
archery is kind of like how the Pawnee mastered.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's competition. He actually
that's not a new thing.
He went to Mongolia. He went to Mongolia for a competition. Like, let me see if I can find.
Well, we had that competition in the Americas in the 1800s.
Oh yeah. See, I bet you I could even find Alaska Mounted. Oh nope, that's dead. That is dead. What? Wait, what? For some reason, I can't go to Facebook on this thing. It just drives me crazy. All right, give me a second. For videos. They're all really short. But that's on a car. That's not even on a horse. What are you doing? Something went wrong. Killing me here. Okay. But yeah, horseback archery. They actually have a club up here that does it. And I went to one of their competitions up here. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't want to be a Mikey Downer on that, but just going back to, the Karankawas and Apaches and Pawnee and Blackfoot and a whole bunch of other Americans that already perfected this.
What it looked
Admittedly, they had a lot of time,
well, yeah.
Didn't have jobs and stuff to go to, but
this is here. This is in Alaska. That's about what it looks like.
I thought that horse was wearing a hat for a minute. That can't be the horse's mane. No.
Yeah, right. So yeah,
looked like he was wearing a big poofy hat like the rider was.
Horseback archery, real thing.
200 years late.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to keep up the skills, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, was it the Apache that did it riding on the side of the horse without a saddle?
Maybe. This was
remember what tribe it was that did side saddle.
This looks like a cool horse. Ooh, we got some quality, and we got slow motion, but the quality is like potato quality here.
Oh, that's a strong animal.
That is a really pretty horse. Look at that. That's actually really cool, even in shit quality, huh?
That horse ain't even galloping.
No.
That horse is just running. But it could probably give you at least 10, 15 more miles an hour than that.
Oh, definitely. This one. That's a pretty horse too.
Yeah, that horse ain't even breathing hard.
No. Nope. Like they're having fun. Why is that doing? So yeah, horse archery. I don't know if they're still doing it down in Arizona or not, but I know they were up here. So yeah, no pictures when he lands that monstrosity of a.
Who said he lands?
Yeah, the guy on the merry-go-round, whatever.
The lawnmower.
Thank you. Yeah, the lawnmower. Good Lord. The guy on the merry-go-round. I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah. Insert object here. Yeah.
Oh, good grief. I thought it was funny, though.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the bad news.
Nope. We are going to look at... So, you remember the guy in Thailand that feeds all the stray dogs?
Okay, I'll play along.
We talked about him before.
Yeah, but there's got to be more. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had this one dog named Snickers that always brought him gifts when he went out to feed the dogs, right? So it's like every time he went out to feed him, this dog would go find like different gifts to give him. Like, you know, there's a bag and there's a empty bottle. But every single time there's a shoe, you know.
These items belong to other people, but you know.
Most of them are just
rubbish.
Dude, the items, I mean, yeah, kinda. It's Thailand, so
yeah, I've heard of cats in apartment complexes that, you know, would bring you the rubber bands from all your neighbors' newspapers and
no, exactly. So basically he said, you know, this dog is just so cool that we got to take her in and get her adopted. And she is actually going to America
land.
Yes. So she is in her USA little handkerchief. Getting ready to go on a transatlantic journey.
Transatlantic?
Pacific, whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Geography.
Maybe they're going to go the other way. I mean,
well, you could.
Yep.
I left Hawaii flying east to get to Bahrain one time.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You did do that, didn't you?
Yeah, that trip was fun. On a Wednesday, senior chief was just walking around the shop with the roster for the department. He looks at me, hey, Clark, you were gym assistant? Yeah, it's a computer system we had. Yeah, last year on the Blue Ridge. Why? Looks at the list, looks at me, list. Good. You leave Friday. and also my birthday is coming up this weekend. Yep. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm going back to the Blue Ridge. They're in Yokosuka, Japan. Spend my birthday in Japan. This will be a great trip.
Where were you? You were in Hawaii?
I was in Hawaii.
Okay.
And Japan was a normal spot for us to fly to leave Yokosuka to go do sailor stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, birthday Japan, you know, in the Hanch and Roppongi, that's just going to be a fun time. Except no, when I got my orders, like, why am I going to San Francisco, to Boston Logan, to Heathrow? Where am I going? And then they said, and while you're in London, we need you to go to the USDAO office and drop this package off. What's in it? It doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't, you know. Which kind of sucked because that meant I couldn't sleep on the plane and I couldn't drink on the plane, at least until I got to Heathrow and got rid of all that.
Right.
And then I had another 6-hour flight to go to get me to Bahrain. Which now it's my birthday and I'm in Bahrain, which is just a pleasant place to celebrate something.
I can imagine.
And every time I'd gone back to Bahrain, it was progressively more and more locked down. Just every time. And this time we had sort of like a no man's land, chain link fence we had to walk through person at a time, magazine nest, a machine gun nest up above us, you know, and the one security guard hand never came off his firearm.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like, we're American, dude. We're with you.
Yeah.
But nope, he wasn't allowed to be assuming.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so they get to Bahrain the next day, and so that was my birthday eve. Sorry, the next day is my birthday, and I'm flown on board the Kitty Hawk for the first time and only time out of 10 ships that I had to spend my birthday out to sea.
Oh, wow.
And this is on a carrier, which on your ranking of naval warships to sail on, most people would consider carrier to be the worst option.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Just because it's
5,500 people.
Okay.
And not that much spare room for that many people.
Right.
And plus, we're doing ops in the Gulf, in the Arabian Gulf at the time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And we're basically doing flight ops about 20 hours a day.
So it's hot.
Oh, it's really hot. They reduced underway uniform for below the flight deck to just our dungaree pants and a white t-shirt.
Really?
Yeah, and that was the only ship I'd ever been on that did that. And carriers just aren't fun. I mean, they're huge. You number your floors, your decks. You'd number those, and it just became common to say something, like where's this space that I need to get to, and someone would say something like 7th deck. That's your 7th floor below the main deck.
Oh, wow.
And that you just don't have that on a cruiser or a destroyer.
No, you don't.
Maybe like 3rd deck,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that's the main floor, because then you have floors above that, which is the 01, the 02, the 03, the 010.
Oh my gosh. The ones above the oh geez, okay.
Above the first floor that goes all the way bow to stern.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's just, well, one thing about carriers though is depending on where you are on the ship, chances are you're never going to feel it rock. Until you go way down, by 7th deck or so near the water line. And then you'd kind of feel like, oh, wow, okay, I am on a ship. And the thing is, you meet someone new every day.
Right.
You meet someone today, you may not see that person again your entire time on board.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, exactly. Because
they're just working their own thing, doing their own Navy job.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, it's
and wherever you want to go, it's always nowhere near where you are.
I mean, it's kind of similar to the size of the cruise ships that they're making nowadays. Like before, you'd have like 2,000 people on them, and then the ones you have now are like 5,000 and 6,000 people with like 1,400 crew. I mean, they're just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't even have to follow like U.S. rules because they're all like registered out of the Bahamas or something.
No, exactly, and they do have different jobs to do too.
Yeah.
Cruise ships aren't launching.
No, they're not launching in landing aircraft and
not normally.
They're not watching out for a hostile country shooting missiles at them.
So you still got to get. You're in the Gulf now, so you still got to get to. Back to
from
Hawaii.
the Gulf, we're in the Gulf for about a month and a half, about 6 weeks, and then we transit to Australia for a town called Perth, or we actually tie up in Fremantle, but the town you're going to go hang out in is Perth. It's on the west coast of Australia. It's a fun town. It's a pretty nice reward after spending X amount of time in the Arabian Gulf.
You were in Hawaii, and they just sent you to the Kitty Hawk, and then you stayed on the Kitty Hawk forever
because of what I did. Because of what I did in the Navy in general, I wouldn't be stationed on a ship for 3 months like Johnny Sailor.
Right.
I'd be sent to a ship for a shorter amount of months because this particular ship is going to spend time off the coast of a country I'm specifically qualified in.
I got you. Mm-hmm.
And being stationed in Hawaii, we obviously get the Pacific. And because you don't just stay in the Pacific, we go to the Indian Ocean as well. Mm-hmm. You got Pacific and Indian Ocean. So you had to get like really familiar with about 34, 35 littoral countries.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Because ships cruise, we go past China, here's Vietnam. You got to know about Vietnam too. On the other side, we got this place called the Philippines. They got a navy themselves. I mean, they're not all hostile countries, but
yeah, right.
There's a reason you want to stay frosty when you're in their backyard.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. So, well, Snickers. It says that she's going to go live near Washington. So it doesn't say if that's Washington D.C. or Washington State, but she's got the right.
If she's leaving Thailand. Oh, after Perth, we went to Pattaya Beach, Thailand.
Okay.
And
also, you didn't make it to Thailand. Cool.
Oh, I've been to Thailand 6 times.
Gotcha.
From Pattaya Beach, we sailed to the Kitty Hawk's home port, which was Yokosuka. And then I had to get my air arrangements to fly back to Hawaii. Round the world trip.
Gotcha. But it took like 6-8 months to do, huh?
This was 90 days.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right. If I'd have started with the Kitty Hawk
microphone.
I'm sorry. If I'd have started with the Kitty Hawk leaving Yokosuka, it would have been a 9-month trip for me because they were actually doing ops off the coast of Guam, and something went down. I don't really remember what, but this was late 90s. Saddam, to the slingshot up at one of our aircraft. Oh my God, it's World War III. And so we had to go, or the Kitty Hawk had to divert from what had been like a 4-month cruise for them, turned into a 9-month one for them.
Holy moly.
Yeah, they were not happy.
I bet not. That's no fun.
No. And it's not fun for, the crew member doing it. Think of a crew member's spouse back at home port Yokosuka. It's, what do you mean you're not coming home for months now? You said you'd be home. And those always get entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I've heard it worse on the ship to shore out of like Dutch Harbor with the crab fishermen and whatnot. And, the wives just talking to their husbands over, ship to shore radio. And, he's trying to break it to her. The captain says we're staying out here for 2 more weeks. What do you mean 2 more weeks? You said you'd be home Friday. Well, the fucking starts on Friday, whether you're home or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I could bet that could get a little dicey. Okay. I was actually down at the port of Anchorage the other day, and a friend of mine who was at the same thing was talking about when he was actually in the Coast Guard and actually had to come visit Anchorage, and we were talking about the tides. So they were here in Anchorage. They were, usually in Kodiak, I think, obviously, because it's a big Coast Guard base. But so they're here in Anchorage. They go out, they're hanging out at the bars and whatnot. They get back to the ship, and their gangplank wasn't long enough. And so the tide was out. And so they couldn't get back on their ship. So they had to hang out on the dock and wait for the tide to come in to get back on their ship. It was kind of funny. So.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Imagine being out of the bar and then you get back and you're like ready to crash out. And, oh, no, I got to sit here on this dock and wait for the tide.
Yeah, because there's, you can't go get a hotel room because,
Yep.
And then you just hope your tide chart's accurate.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least it's, at most a 12-hour wait.
Yeah.
And probably only that a 6-hour wait because it's got to go and then back up.
Yep. No, exactly. I doubt it was that too long of a wait.
But it's pretty long hungover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, exactly. You'll go from being good to having a headache in that amount of time.
You were ready to just go crash out on your rack,
Yep.
Wake up for duty tomorrow morning and no.
And there goes my camera again.
Yeah, there you go.
Stupid on me again. Push all the buttons. There we go. All right. Now we're back. Now we fixed it. So another thing that you've talked about a couple of times, we talked about this earlier, but It seems as though common sense prevails as DOJ drops lawfare case against SpaceX. So in a major turnaround, the Department of Justice announced it would dismiss its lawsuit accusing SpaceX of discriminating against immigrants when hiring. Filed under Biden, the DOJ accused SpaceX of wrongly excluding asylum recipients and refugees from jobs. At the time, Elon explained why it was a ridiculous example of lawfare. SpaceX was told repeatedly that hiring anyone who was not a permanent resident of the United States would violate international arms trafficking laws, which would be a criminal offense. We couldn't even hire Canadian citizens despite Canada. I always call it Canada being part of NORAD. And yet, the DOJ sued them for not hiring immigrants. Yeah. No, exactly. So, and then Elon even something, the Biden administration launched a massive so even though this case was ridiculous because they couldn't hire these people, do you imagine how many millions of dollars? God damn it. You imagine how many millions of dollars in legal fees that they had to put up to defend themselves in a case that had zero actual legal merit to it?
I'm surprised that depending on what judge you put that in front of, that should have been a motion to dismiss from the beginning.
Right.
On these grounds.
Right. Yeah, you're barred from hiring non-permanent residents under ITAR because rockets are an advanced weapons technology. Well, no kidding, right? So you can't, it makes sense that you're barred from hiring. So, but you get sued by your own government makes the rule, then sues you for not following this other rule, accusing you of discrimination for not hiring people that you're actually not legally allowed to hire.
And you know what? What's worse than this is the prosecutor has an ethical sworn duty to not bring a frivolous prosecution.
Correct. Yep.
Yet they still do.
Oh yeah. So that's more. See, there's some good news. Not all bad.
No, the good news will be when this prosecutor goes and applies for a job at Dewey, Cheatham and Howe law firm and gets denied employment because you've got a career history of violating your oath, being a crap lawyer, crap prosecutor.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be good news.
All right, so
that also won't happen.
All right, so I got another kind of funny one. Yeah, I know. So, there's a little bit of foul language in here. I know we're all adults watching, so and I use these words every single day for most of the day. Try not to use them too much here. They slip in occasionally, but this is really, I saw this today and this was too funny.
Why is it when you meet an American in another country and you ask where they're from, they will never say the United States or America, but instead they will always say either the state they're from or the city. When I'm overseas and somebody asks me where I'm from, I'll say Australia.
Who gives a
So this is fun. She just lets go, man. This is awesome.
He asks me where I'm from, I'll say Australia.
Who gives a flying fuck about Australia? We say the state because the majority of people know where that state is. Because it's the United States of motherfucking America, bitch. We're the most important country in the entire world. Sorry to fucking tell you. I know the rest of these countries hate that we're the most important and the most popular. But when I tell people that I'm from Texas, you know exactly where fucking Texas is, bitch. The only city that anybody knows in Australia is Sydney. Unless you happen to
and it's not even the capital,
or happen to have a friend or family member from like Perth. I don't know. I couldn't tell you a single other city or town or whatever the fuck you guys call it in Australia. Nobody gives a flying shit.
I could, but I've been there.
Australia. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't care. Plus, our country is the size of most of y'all's continents. Like Texas, I think Texas is bigger than what? France, Germany, Netherlands combined. I could be a little bit off scale with that, but I'm pretty fucking certain. So when one of
Yeah, I think it's close. I think it's pretty close, but maybe a little
Our
while. I
fucking
don't know.
states could encompass numerous countries. Yeah, we're A-okay with saying our motherfucking state. All right. I mean, damn. This one would have hit hard if maybe you were from like England or Italy or Greece or like a country that actually mattered. But Australia, just sit down, little boy. Just sit down.
I not gonna agree with everything, but I was I am the type too. Say like I remember people would ask me where I'm from, and I would respond South Texas.
Oh, okay.
Normally because when they ask or when I respond with Texas, the very next question is what part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotcha. Because people do realize how big Texas is.
Yeah.
No.
And
when you're overseas, Alaska just has a different meaning than all of it.
And I would happen to probably say I'm Alaskan before I'm American.
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. Like you say you're from Alaska, that hits. It really does.
Yeah.
Like the few times we've been over, and
if you're a geography major at all, you would probably realize that that's not really near the rest of America.
No, it's not. Or even when you're back in Ohio, and I tell people see my ID or or my Alaska. Well, yeah, I've still got an Alaska USA.
And then again, I imagine, if I was from Connecticut or something, and for some reason was in Austria one day, where are you from? I'd probably say America. Instead of Connecticut.
Probably. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Had to throw that at us. Wisconsin is a shit place. It's just there's
trying to think of what we've gotten from them besides that 70s show.
Michigan and Massachusetts are like 1 and 2 of the worst places with the stupidest people. Just
massholes. Michigan
is 1, Massachusetts is 2, and they run neck and neck. But
when I was in Fort Devens, Massachusetts, it may be that I came from Texas friendly and all that, but I thought the people were just assholes. We're just rude by default.
So the governor is backing a proposed law in Wisconsin to change the name of replace the word mother with inseminated person.
Yep.
If under they're scratching all this out, with the spouse's consent, a person is inseminated artificially as provided in Part B, with semen donated, blah, blah, person who is not. The spouse of the person the spouse of the inseminated, you're scratching out mother and replacing it with, dude, what in the what? How is
well, I'm going to see if I can get that. Go back to that.
Let's here.
See what it's trying to, what the proclamation you're trying to be. With the spouse's consent, wife is provided, donated by a man who's not her husband. The spouse, the husband of the mother.
This has to do with
the child shall be the natural. So basically, a child born to a wedded couple, that man's the father.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
here's the rest of it. Yeah. Here's the rest of it. Yeah. At the time of conception, the child is to be the natural parent of a child. They're scratching out every single thing that could be gender specific.
Specific to female, because there's even husband and him in there all over the place.
This is like nature, dude. This is biology.
Yeah.
These are the things in nature that do these things.
You notice how close to when you come with male or female cut?
Oh, God.
We don't have 50 different cuts of clothing items for all the different genders.
I can't hear you. microphone.
Did you notice how clothes still only have like a male or female cut to them?
Yes.
We don't have 50 different gender cut T-shirts.
Dude, not yet. It's coming. But yeah, no, every single time they've taken out anything that's, come on.
But here they're only taking out female. They're only taking out the women.
No, they're scratching out husband and putting spouse. Like right there, husband's out.
Spouses.
Husband, spouse. With the spouse's consent of her husband, they scratch out of her husband, a person, it's just, come on. We know. Oh, this is just that's just crazy, dude.
Yeah, they're just trying to win at Scrabble with the extra words.
And it's like, who is this for? What part of our society needs this?
Yeah, how many of your constituents asked for this?
Yeah, exactly. If there is
someone please take a poll.
Right, because I guarantee you that the majority of people out there are not for this. There is a small but very loud percentage of people. Like right now, legislators are going home, right, for this break that's coming up. I don't know if it's the Easter break or whatever break, but there's a break coming up for Congress, right? And some of them are having, town halls.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? The people that are mad are going to the town halls, and the people that are actually don't give it, are they're not going to go. The people that are actually enjoying what's going on, they're not going to go out there and freaking yay, It's going to be the astroturfed ones that are going to go out there and yell and scream and cause a scene, right? Because that's who's mad about this. It's a very small.
And
yeah.
And why do they have to be kowtowed to?
Right. Party is screaming, follow the science. They sure do seem to hate it. They sure do seem to hate the science now. It's not the science anymore. It's just crazy. It is just. So this is a German legal case. Another Elon thing too. He keeps popping up.
He's going global.
There was a case. So, Europe has got all these laws about, that are kind of impeding on free speech, right? And they're really taking the media companies, X and Meta and all these things to task, right? And they're passing laws where if they don't give them access to stuff, they're going to fine them, or that was the whole impetus for Romania to cancel an entire election, right? Because of foreign influence in an election. So this judge in Germany, there were two outside of government agencies in Germany, the Democracy Reporting International and the Gesellschaft für Friedensfragen. I know, Kat, I didn't say it right if you're listening. But
they're trying to win at Scrabble too.
They brought charges, or they brought a case against X because they wanted access to their data, like all their real-time data, for a research project.
That seems vague and open-ended.
Right. Because because Germany has an election coming up, so they wanted like real-time data from all user posts on the platform for a supposed research project in advance of the German election. So this judge, without giving X an opportunity to respond or even comment, and notwithstanding that the application lacked crucial information, this judge ordered X to just give this information to these organizations. just give them unrestricted access to all of X's data. I mean,
yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they go on. That alone is reason enough for decisions. But the judge, the sole judge in the case that decided this, actually worked for one of the agencies. Kat says she missed what I was trying to pronounce. The Gesellschaft. Yeah. Gesellschaft für Freiheitsrecht. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try it anyway. I'll when I get home, I'll find out how it actually pronounced. So he actually used to work for the Gesellschaft für Freiheitsrecht.
And should have recused, but moving on.
Oh yeah, should have recused himself. And so they said, no, that's not right. And so actually the German regional court did say, yes, you're correct. That judge has been removed from the case. They don't have to turn over their data yet. Which I don't know how you actually going to make that stick. It's Germany. You're an American company. You could tell them to go screw themselves. There was another one. And then Brazil, Brazil had that crazy judge, right? That's making all these rulings. Have you seen that or no?
I've seen parts of it. It's South America.
Yeah. Well, so Rumble, the video thing has been barred from Brazil now because they won't turn over data that's been requested from them from this crazy judge in
France was
in Brazil. So this is Chris
offering a haven.
I'm going to go back one more time.
Him, and he decided he was going to devote Rumble to offering a haven of free speech on the internet. And I've watched him do it even at the expense of his company, which isn't available in France, wasn't available for a long time in Brazil, probably soon will be unavailable again there. These are major markets we're talking about that they are willingly sacrificing.
Yeah, Rumble did that too, because France did the same thing. France said, we want you to give us this information of your users. Give us this data. And they said no. And in fact, we're not going to host, sorry, if you're in France, you can't watch Rumble. And they did that for quite a long time. So, Rumble is one that does stick to their guns.
Rather than submitting to a censorship order that they regard correctly as unjust. So lots of credit to Chris and to Rumble for not just branding themselves as free speech warriors, but as walking the walk.
Yep. And so this is the guy. He looks like remember we talked about it, he looked like the Palpatine a couple of times. You've seen him looking like Palpatine. That guy right there.
Yeah. Looks like Uncle Fester almost.
Yeah, that too. So he ordered Rumble to be cut from Brazil, and they're like, okay, fine. So, and this is like, I guess February 9th, this is actually, it took them a while to get back in Brazil. I guess they were down for a long time in Brazil. And if you're in Brazil, now is the time to download Rumble app on your phones and TV. Yeah, because you're not going to be able to get it after today. You should know that Rumble was taken down in Brazil a couple hours ago, and that was 3 hours ago. So Rumble is now not allowed in Brazil again. Crazy stuff, man. Like and this is going to be a fight, right? It's going to be a fight. The information, the flow of information, who controls the information, who controls what is real information and what is misinformation. This fight's not over. It's just beginning. We're just at the beginning stages of this thing where we've advanced so far from having word of mouth to printing presses to, the video billboards to television and radio to now this thing we call the internet, where we're connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to anybody in the world that we want to be. the fight is just starting for the information. It really is.
Yeah. But the game's been playing for a long time.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. No, I mean probably back in the days when you walked into a cave and somebody drew something on the wall, there was people trying to throw you off, right?
It's just the people now are realizing that they're not just spectators in it; they're actual opponents in the game, and get a move.
Right? No, exactly. Yep. So, were you ever in Japan?
Oh yeah.
So
I can draw you a Kosuke Japan on the back of my hand right now.
So this was a neat little. This was a kind of a thread I saw today too. So this was a guy. He's like, you're on board the Nozomi Express Shinkansen. The train flew past Mount Fuji at 200 miles an hour. The guy across the table has cracked open a second can of something while you devour a meal you picked up. That looks like some good. That's
probably beer.
Oh, gotcha. That looks like some good beef right there. It's probably Kobe, maybe. And then you see this lovely, the train guards, immaculately dressed. Nobody's wearing
standard white gloves.
Yep. And nobody's got a high visibility jacket on. So it's just kind of, you see pictures like this, and then you see pictures of like even China, some of their.
Oh yeah, see if you can get an image of the subway train coming into the station, and then you watch patiently as all the people looking to get on wait for the other people to get off the train.
Right.
It's beautiful. Everyone there's recognized that we can't get on that train unless they get off first.
Yeah.
And they live their lives acting like it. It's just, it's not written down like there's signs or something to tell you to do it. They just all do it. It's great.
Right. This is life in the United States on the train.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't snitching. Dude, I wasn't snitching.
That's America on the train. I mean, even like I said, China, even in China, you say they've just got immaculate. Some of their stations and their trains and everything are just immaculate looking. Again, we've lost our camera settings. About ready to go out and buy new cameras. About to go away from thing. But yeah, this is so this was the same guy at the back of the police car.
Man, this happened to throw me off. This shit hurt.
I guess they somehow turned their camera on. They still had their phone and they turned their camera on.
Me and the man locked up right now.
I don't know why the camera's so mad.
Nah, yeah, though. Man, I'm keeping the same energy though. I don't give a fuck. Kill. I don't give a fuck, fool. It's nothing. If I get let go, I'm doing the same thing again.
If I get let go, I'm doing the same thing again. So they get arrested, right? We're aware of a video showing a coat robbery on the metro yesterday. 2 juvenile suspects arrested in Maryland. It's same old damn thing.
3 cheers for the school system.
And then, let me get this.
Also in Japan.
Yeah, that's Japan.
There is some pretty weird stuff in Japan,
Yeah.
Used women's underwear in a vending machine,
Yeah,
you tell me. It's the people that came up with the concept of eating sushi off a live virgin.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because somehow that enhances your raw fish. I don't understand.
Yep. Anyway, so
yeah, right. I don't know where, but that's there. You can look that one up. That happens.
No, I've seen the thing. Why is my camera so it just keeps losing its settings halfway through. I don't know if it's what I'm using. Patty's never heard that. Oh yeah, they have some weird
Yeah, they
shit
got some weird things there.
Oh my god, yeah. Japan's got some crazy. All right, let's Japan weird vending machines. I'm oh my god, stupid camera. I'm seriously like, this is driving me crazy. Don't know why it keeps doing this.
Because the lighting around you is not changing, so it's not adjusting to that.
No, it's my camera is just losing its settings. It completely just goes to default settings.
Burps.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if they might have calmed down on some of this. Like, well, no. This one is a giant.
Yeah, there's a lot of
cricket in a
there's a lot of
machine.
bug cuisine in Asia.
There is a vending machine where you can buy what is in unclaimed packages from delivery lockers. That's kind of like
that's a lottery.
That was a lottery, or the people that buy those the lockers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know. Let's see. So all right. Let me look it up. So Japan underwear vending machine. Maybe they've calmed down on that a little bit, but maybe not. I don't know. Nah, it's not really coming up. Dude, there's some. Well, yeah, no, this is there's a unique vending machine right there. They have underwear vending machines, and they're used. So, like I said, you do have some weird things going on there sometimes. But, we got weird shit here too, dude. Like, do you know who the next saint is?
Oh, there's like a competition?
Yeah. Well, this is somebody that's on the list, at least for liberal, mostly white, crazy women.
Oh, I've got a YouTube video right away. Use panty vending machines in Japan.
Oh, God. Well, this is an actual billboard in Manhattan with Saint Luigi.
It does mention that they are in adult shops, so it's not just like at the mall.
Okay. I gotcha. So Luigi, you know who Luigi is, right?
From Mario?
No. Are you looking at
Mangione.
Yes.
Mangione, yeah.
Yeah. He had a
Has he performed 3 miracles? Because that's the rule.
Yeah, well, he had a court I guess he had a court date or whatever. And of course, people are going crazy over him. So he is the next saint, I guess. That it's funny because he's kind of taken on on like Reddit and some of these other crazy places, is they're kind of using him as like a
Robin Hood.
Yeah, and like somebody should go in Luigi Trump or Luigi Elon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, they're using that as kind of a thing. But you can see, I mean, this person here is just the, phase pop culture, which of course is just,
Well, it looks
Stupid
like he's
stuff,
got
like-
Aaron Rodgers for an attorney, or Aaron Hernandez for an attorney.
Yeah, yeah, he does. His best photo is always his next one. It's like this guy freaking. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so, and then, here's, of course, he's got the. I mean, as a dude, he's handsome. Like, you're not going to get that, right? He's got all the right features.
You're going to get that with youth.
Yeah, but
So
I mean,
young
he
and
is
not hideous.
Yeah, no, exactly. So then you got people saying, posting there's his legal fundraiser with another, picture of him. And then there was they were even, let's see.
Yeah, he's young, appears to be fairly fit. He's going to be attractive to, most people attracted to the type.
Oh, yeah. So this is outside of the. I mean, it's mainly young women, right?
Hey, even Ted Bundy got married in prison.
Yeah. Oh.
By someone who should probably not make decisions for others, but.
Oh, right. No, exactly. And then they were interviewing people outside the court thing, and just. I think they were even interviewing a doctor, and it's just like the stuff he's saying was just like, I don't know, really out of touch from somebody that, oh, good Lord. There's a free Luigi van. Look at that.
Yeah.
Somebody actually had to buy that. Somebody had to buy these billboards.
The
dude.
rental time on them, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had to buy this. And there's two of them because you got one saying, in 2024, United Healthcare overcharged cancer. I mean, yes, it's a racket. It's absolutely a racket. We're finding out that there's certain drugs that people can pay $200 to get their refill, and the Medicare is paying, like $4,000 or $8,000 for a refill, right? Like, we're finding this stuff out that it like the whole entire system is a scam, not just.
I still don't have a legit reason why my meds cost what they did. Right. Single versus times 3.
No, exactly.
I mean,
like, and your stuff cost a whole bunch.
Well, it was the one that was just the math wasn't mathing. If I bought basically a 3-month supply, which was literally 3 individual 1-month units rubber banded together, it was 114. Right. But if I just bought the 1 unit that was just 1 month supply of the medication, it was 24 hours.
Oh my God.
So times 3, that, 72.
Right. Oh, but
it was 114 because it wasn't like it was a specific unit for a 90-day supply. It was 3 1-month supplies individually packaged and rubber banded together.
Oh man. That's
so
crazy.
I said that math isn't mathing.
No. Like, here's kind of the side here.
All these people with nothing better to do. Nothing better to do.
Right. Go out and make free Luigi signs. Here's. That's a little more subdued.
You couldn't find a class to go study for, or maybe a job to go work.
Right.
Sleep in to go do.
Yeah,
nothing better.
Exactly.
Nothing.
All right, so last couple things here, and then we'll get out of here. But so, like we talked about last night, we saw that thing from Glenn Beck where the Tides Foundation, it just a left-wing organization that should not be getting taxpayer money is getting $100 million. I mean, that stuff that we saw on that chalkboard was close to $1 billion or $1 billion, getting hundreds of millions, close to $1 billion going out to these things. If the Heritage Foundation or any of the, CPAC or the what's the other one? The Federalist Society. Could you imagine how many headlines that you would see on CNN or MSNBC if
PragerU
was getting
a nickel,
$100 million of taxpayer money? Like just $1 million was going to any kind of right-wing group. That would be on the news for days and days and days, right?
Ad nauseum,
correct.
Yeah,
but hundreds of millions of dollars go and not a peep. But we get stories like, look at this, look at the face on the CNN anchor.
They would interrupt NBA playoffs for that breaking news.
Yeah. Fired federal employee describes stress and trauma
of losing a job.
Meta.
Welcome to America.
Meta just laid off 3,600 employees. HSBC fired 70% of their investment bank. Just fired them recently. But these people are I mean, look at that face, dude. Look at that. Look at how sad she is because
couldn't even afford blush.
But when oil and gas and coal workers got laid off, they were told to
learn how to code.
Learn to code. And when all these businesses got shut down and I don't even want to talk about all the
you cry because you lost your taxpayer funded boondoggle of a job.
But it gets worse. It's worse, Michael. This is Ranger Smith. Ranger Smith works at Jellystone National Park, and he's been at Jellystone for 25 years.
Who's going to guard the picnic baskets?
Michael, and he is the only ranger with the institutional knowledge to keep the bears at bay, right? He's the only one that knows how to handle the wisecracking bears. So I can't imagine how many picnic baskets are just gone now. Can you
share Ranger Smith?
Oh no, I didn't share it, did I? Damn it. There's Ranger Smith. Ranger Smith from Jellystone National Park. And they're 25 years, Michael.
I'll bet a lot more than that, but
okay, maybe 75 years. Yeah. He's been in Jellystone for 75 years.
I'm thinking of Officer Dribble and Top Cat. What happened to Officer Dribble? Hi, Officer Dribble. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that leads me to this guy. Tim Pool had copied this. So this is this guy named Ryan Sheed. We're going to look him up in a second. But check this shit out. Get your guns and ammo ready. Sure. That's where this is headed. Oh my God. Thank you very much.
Yes,
this guy, Ryan Sheed, is telling all his friends to get their guns and ammo ready because that's where it's heading. The federal government is run by felons, frauds, and rapists who will stick together no matter what. I hope there are enough judges left to save us, but it all leads to the Supreme Court, which I have zero faith in doing right now. So this guy, Ryan Sheed, seems to think that we're headed towards some kind of, I don't even know what. And he's just like, he keeps going off. He's like, I guess he thinks he's some kind of tough person or something. I don't know. But
yeah, doesn't really strike me as anyone I'm gonna take time listening to.
I mean, I don't. What?
This guy sounds like he and Zach get the same morning email.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly.
This is really some of the same language Zach uses.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like we're heading for some kind of civil war or something?
No, just the derogatories against the right wing and for some reason throwing cuck out there just randomly because the term applies.
Right.
And just
yeah, no, exactly. Like get your guns and ammo ready because they're coming for whoever. I mean, what? How does this even work? I mean,
when did the left get gun crazy?
Right? Exactly. They want to take everybody's guns, but yet they want to get their guns ready.
And
because
they don't even. I remember watching. It was a hilarious video of some idiot, had to be 19-year-old in. I think it was a ghillie suit, or he might actually have showed his face, but he was really showing off his brand new shiny AR-15. And he didn't even have the knowledge of how to operate the magazine release.
Oh my gosh.
And he's posting a video to, Facebook or talking about, time to go blow away some fascists.
Yeah.
Would you recognize one? Yeah. Despite there being mirrors in your house. But then he tried, removing the magazine from the rifle and literally could not.
Oh my goodness.
And Armalite's not the most difficult firearm to figure out.
No. This was a Reddit post the other day. Make your move. I don't give an F about sick memes or clever postboards. You have a constitutional right to bear arms against a tyrannical government.
You do.
I'm organizing a group right now and packing my gun.
Yep, broadcast that. Do that.
Bringing my daily carry pistol, not my entire collection. I'll bring my daily carry pistol anytime I go more than 5 minutes down the road. A DC road trip would have a longer travel time. Like, perhaps by chance that saying you're armed and marching on DC and Reddit isn't the smartest statement to share on the internet. And
don't tell him.
It's time. It's a class war.
Yeah,
it's
go with that.
war.
Tell the judge.
Yeah.
Should you make it in front of one?
Yeah, I mean, what in the world?
When you've answered your call to arms and the opposition is still local police telling you to drop it.
Yeah, right.
You're legally obligated to drop it.
Because
there ain't a court in this country that's going to see your side.
Nope. Not at all.
Now, when the opposition is the other townsfolk you're actually afraid of, might be okay to go your own way on that. I don't think that's ever going to happen, though.
No, I don't. I mean, like, the original Civil War that we had was actually
still armed skirmish involving armies of one nation and one rogue dissident conglomerate of states calling themselves a nation.
Right. With actual lines and actual
an actual
things.
military.
I mean, what?
There was some militia, but chances are they were conscripts shortly after they were done militiaing.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. And I mean, there's just no, I mean, I don't even see how the hell we
I don't see how the hell they think that's like, even if, let's just say, freaking Bethesda, Maryland goes nuts.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Ain't no reason to think Phoenix is following suit.
No, exactly. Exactly. Or, you know, Cincinnati or Columbus or Val.
If Cincinnati went, I wouldn't expect Covington to.
Right. No, exactly. Exactly. So there you could have a battle between Covington and Cincinnati.
You could have a Cincinnati versus Covington, but
yeah.
I mean, if the riot and the war started there, I don't expect Columbus to pick a side.
Right. No, exactly.
Hell, I don't expect Dayton to pick a side.
No.
I don't expect much out of Dayton, but it's really a different topic.
Dude, it's so crazy. We have just, I mean, or what? All right. And then I know I said that's the last thing, but one more thing that and it's just like, so that we're just in the beginning of this, but our favorite deaf data genius is putting together a new database that is going to look into both the WinRed and specifically the what's the fundraising arm of the Democrats, the blue something blue. God damn it.
The media.
No, it's the fundraising arm. It's something blue, Act Blue. So there have been all of this data is public information, right? Like if you donate to a political party or a political candidate,
right. That's
public
freaking awesome
information. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's been happening is you have
a money laundering scheme of gigantic proportions.
Oh my God. It is so insane.
Could you imagine if all these people that they were just said, you know, donated 15,000 this past week because they had that, and that no, I demand a refund.
No, right, because there's people that it says that they've donated thousands of times.
Yeah, it's like
numbered
multiple times a day, and amounts that just they didn't even make that much that day, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so she is making it easily searchable. Like you will be able to
somehow like enforce a refund. Oh my God.
No, right, exactly. Like, hey, it says
even if the end user doesn't get money, because let's face it, it wasn't theirs.
Right.
This still exposes, you know, the source of the money, where it actually came from, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely removes the blinders.
No, exactly.
And I'd be just as happy with that as a bunch of people getting a bunch of money, you know, that was used in their name.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Like it's going off. It's going to be huge, dude. This is going to be a huge find. And they're trying to figure out where it's coming from. If it's coming from, there's speculation it's coming either from overseas or from, corporations or both, probably, right? But I mean, it is coming from somewhere, and it's not legal. It's not legal freaking money that's going into this. And the thing too is it's not only the Democrats that are doing it. It's not as prevalent on the Republican side as is on the Democrat side, but it's still there. It's still on the Republican side too. And so she's doing both
as well as she should.
Win red and act blue to show what the hell is actually going on. I don't know if this is taught
and so that
here
is,
or not.
They all emphasize this censorship and this secrecy. And the reason why they're offended is because their power depends on people not knowing what they're doing with their money. And so that is truly censorship. Because I think if actual Americans understood what they were doing with our money and they were actually setting up their own government and actually ignoring what real people wanted to do, oh, we would be so upset. Because the reality is that these people have a government unto themselves that they've created with these NGOs that they run separately from us. And the reason I'm doing this interview is because I want to promote the knowledge to the public that these people operate in different vocabulary with different rules, and they have made their own government inside ours with our money.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really get any more accurate than that.
Yep.
I mean, that is what they've done. That is what they're continuing to do. But then we get all the sideshows, right? It's all about the sideshows. It's all about the distractions. It's all about, like you said, Zach, and well, this person's horrible and that person's horrible because of, this news story that I saw. When you don't realize that billions of dollars have gone to setting up a separate freaking government and influencing governments around the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what we're doing. And
or how they won't campaign on this, but as it turns out, 70% or more of their current political actions, once they are in office, is to retain that power.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of putting that energy towards, like doing the things you said you do that you campaigned on, or maybe even doing what's best for your constituents that put you in this position to lead. And
right.
Instead, you have to throw all this energy to making sure you get to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. No,
whereas
exactly.
Instead, I imagine if you just did the job we wanted you to do, we'd have no problem leaving you in charge to keep doing it.
Right. This is from last year. This is people looking into this last year. Carrollton, New Jersey apartment, not employed, donated $53,000, almost 6,000 donations since the beginning of the year. 36,000 to Act Blue, 1,700 to Bob. I mean, look at this, dude. And it's over and over and over. So, but we're going to find, how do you think that there was almost $2 billion for Kamala's campaign?
Yeah,
there was $1 billion in her campaign. There was almost $1 billion of PAC money. There was close to $2 billion for her campaign, dude.
Immediately.
Right. There is not enough individual citizens in our country to donate almost $2 billion. It's just
not if they listen to her speak.
It's just not. And so I can't wait for this, dude. I can't wait. I was hoping it was out tonight. I was actually hoping
that balloon could burst any minute now and wouldn't be, and it wouldn't be too soon.
Nope. In fact, I'm looking.
New tool, small donor lookup.
Yeah. Charity funding, small donor. Oh, it is, dude. It's there. Oh my goodness. All right. I just want to see here. Hang on.
So you've got homework tonight.
Oh yeah. Hang on. I'm just looking here. Not showing it. Enter a name or zip code or both. Let's see. Yeah, no matches found for that. Okay.
We're almost done.
Oh, interesting.
Throw in vote blue person you know's name.
I put my own name in actually.
Yeah. I figured as much, but
yeah, but I donated. I don't know why I'm not showing up. That's kind of weird.
Did you in 2022? Because what year is it identifying?
2024.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, we'll have to play with it. But it's there. You'll have to go. You have to go mess with it.
It's a new toy.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it is there. It is there for the taking. See, I'm not seeing no tokens match those things. Huh. Interesting. All small donor. That less than or greater than $10? I can't tell.
Points to the lowest. I couldn't see from that font.
It's it points to the, I think it's greater than $10 maybe. All small dollar donations. Hang on, let me see if it's donated. Maybe it's just,
maybe not big fish
you
enough.
know what? I don't think that this is actually. Oh, okay. So this is like. Yeah, I think this is just getting up there because it says 776 donations and 182 donations. So I think this is maybe just getting up. Fact. Yeah, it doesn't. I think this just got up. I don't know that there's enough information in here because I definitely should have come up, right? I should have come up in here
if the database is complete.
Donated to a few folks, so I definitely should have come up a little bit. Other folks have put in there, so yeah, I guess we'll have to look at it tomorrow. I'll have to play with it later. So, all right, that's all I got. But I can't. I mean, this is going to be big. You know that there's going to be a lot of information that's going to come out of this. There's going to be a lot of. I mean, I don't know how much longer this can be ignored. That's the thing. I don't know how. I don't know.
You forgot about how well they could fight too. See, all this website needs is a good computer virus.
Right? No, I know. But I mean, just not just
you get active. You know, that sort of malicious way. Oh, you could fight that. You could fight this stuff for a good while if you do it right.
No. But I mean, just not just from this, but from all the information that's coming out from,
yeah,
you get
a lot of fronts to gotta combat.
I just don't know how much longer they can ignore all the money that's gone out of our.
Well, the latest what they're doing now is they're. You would want to say that they're questioning the total, except they're just outright telling you the total's wrong.
Right. Oh yeah. No, exactly.
So you're admitting that it's there. We just got the amount wrong.
Right.
And you're still not outraged.
This is what they're doing. This is the story. It's not that the government is spending billions of dollars on ridiculous stuff all around the world. It's that our government employees are stressed and have trauma for being laid off. I mean,
Good night, Kathy.
Look at that. Good night. Goodbye. Look at that face, dude. Look at that face.
Oh, funny face. Oh, my.
Look at that face. I mean, just.
And then the person who actually lost their job, they have this look of concern and whatnot.
That is comical. That is freaking comical right there. This is our news. This is what's supposed to be passing as news.
What office did the education department have in Carson City, Nevada?
No idea. Obviously, something that was very important to the.
Does education department have employees in every American city?
Maybe
not anymore, but
yeah, exactly. All right.
I'm pretty sure we could cut that up.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, you have a wonderful weekend. We're going to go film tomorrow.
I should probably watch the van.
Yeah, you probably should.
Because it's two-tone right now.
You want to say goodbye, Bear Benji? What you got? All right. What?
The door in the store. I think you should.
He's making this up.
No, I'm not. There was like a guy looking at the. Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin, and today I have some tragic news.
Oh no, what's up, Benji?
Unfortunately, today is my new news segment called Fake News. It's definitely it's totally real news.
Okay.
Not fake at all.
All right.
The name just got messed up.
Oh, okay.
Right, so,
I hate it when that happens. I hate it when my name gets messed up, but the real news gets changed into fake news. That's
very sad.
Yeah,
that's not the
sad.
news story.
Okay.
The news story is
what is the news story?
King Tut's tomb was open and he had the last straw. He was really mad about this. He decided to curse all Africans.
No.
King Tut's in Egypt, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he cursed all the Africans.
Okay.
By starting with Egypt by cursing the food and liquids they drink.
No. Really? King Tut did this
by causing famine and poisoning the food.
Oh my goodness.
But there was a type of food he didn't poison, but that would still kill the Africans.
What is that?
Oh, we'll get to there. So he started from Egypt. I don't know if you can see this, but it started from Egypt. That's my Africa map. Anyways, he started from Egypt. And then it spreaded and then it ended in Madagascar.
Oh no.
So
okay.
The only food, but they found a cure to what they could eat.
Okay.
Junk food and junk drinks. They could only drink drinks that weren't healthy and food that wasn't healthy.
Like Big Macs and energy drinks.
We aren't allowed to say that name or we'll get sued.
Oh no. Okay. So
it's okay.
Big Micker
hamburgers from restaurants and fast food
from
and stuff.
fast food plus. Okay.
Okay, so but unfortunately everyone got fat and weakened and unfortunately wasn't doing so well later. And they unfortunately had droughts and faint and all died except for a few people that were vegan and they eat the vegan food and cure themselves. And King Tut realized what his evil doings were wrong and destroyed and fixed everything just to prove that the Africans should not eat the junk food.
So that's what it was, huh?
Yes.
So Benji, you know what I got to say to that?
What?
Let me show you.
Don't like vegetables. Here you go. How about this? Why the fuck aren't you eating chicken wings?
That's what I got
I know
to say,
that woman.
Benji.
She tortures her dog.
Why are you not eating vegetables? Why aren't you fucking vegan? Help the chickens. No.
Because I don't like vegetables. I only drink veggie drink. Also, that woman made her dog become vegan. She's an animal cruelty member. Also, I have one more news story. This is worse than the African droughts.
Oh no.
A kid named Johnny tried juggling glass bottles and he accidentally slipped and it shattered and he got impaled by the glass bottles and unfortunately he survived, but he unfortunately left tinfoil in the air fryer and put pancakes in it without knowing there are tinfoil. And we all know what happens if you put both of those items in there. The air fryer explodes and you go flying into a hay spin and crash into a mountain in Seattle. Thankfully to the doctors, he survived due to medications. All right, that's the end for fake news before I get arrested due to me exploding houses in my neighborhood because they said my news station was horrible, so I blew up their house to tell their house was ugly.
Bye. Say goodbye, Benji. Bye, Benji.
Bye, everybody.